it's Patty. So I am bringing you another morning basket. I feel like I've been doing morning basket for a while now, but we finally actually do it on a regular basis. I feel like for a while we were super inconsistent with it, and it was kind of like on the days where we wanted to change things up or we had enough time, we would do it. Where now I feel like we always do it. It's part of our routine, and the kids really look forward to this stuff. I usually try to throw in our games or our drills and things like that. So I think because I throw in the games and the seasonal items into the morning basket, that really helps, and it helps the kids look forward to these things. So let me go ahead and share with you what I have in the morning basket this time. Some of the things we always have, and then some of the things I try to change out just so it doesn't become mundane or boring for the kids, especially since we do follow a curriculum for all the other things. I feel like this is the one thing where we can be a little bit more creative and change up. So we do math facts. I do math facts with my kindergartner, so once she knows a set, then I'll change it out, and then she'll learn the next set of math facts. So we have these until she learns them all. And then I purchased from Let's Play School. She's my favorite homeschool blogger, Instagrammer person, and she has a daughter the same age as my daughter. And then she has a younger daughter, but a lot of the activities for the younger daughter I use for my son. And she always comes out with a sight word pack for the season, and I love those because they're usually game based. So it's really fun. So I usually will pick two until she gets bored with those two, and then I'll change it up. So the two we currently have in our morning basket, these are for St. Patrick's Day. So the first one is it's a rainbow, and they're cut in half, so we lay them out on the dining room table. She makes the matches, and then once all the matches are made, I'll come over and I'll have her read off the sight words to me. Then the one she knows, we'll keep practicing. She doesn't know, we'll keep practicing. Then her absolute favorite thing to do right now is this game, which I hide 15 words at a time, and some of them she knows and some of them she doesn't know. I don't put just the one she doesn't know, because then it's kind of discouraging to her, because then it's all words she doesn't know. So I usually try to keep a mix. And then she wears the set, the sight word pack comes with a little cutout for you to make a leprechaun hat. And then I give her a pot, and this is her pot of gold that she has to find. Oops, I dropped the words. And then I play Irish music on our, I don't want to call her name because then she'll start speaking, but our speaker that you tell them to play music, we play Irish music, and she'll start dancing and finding the words and pretending she's a leprechaun, and it's super fun for her. That's her favorite game right now. And then there is a Let's Play School also has a St. Patrick's Day learning pack that she just created, and there are activities from, I think she said 2 years old all the way through first grade. So that's awesome. And then they have, in that pack, she has letters that are with gold, and she has a separate game for that. But what I do, because my son always wants to have the same type of game, so I take those gold letters and I play the same game with him, and he has to find his pot of gold, and he has to find his letters instead of sight words. That's what we do. So I take resources that she has from that pack, and I'll incorporate it into our sight word games, just because they're St. Patrick's Day themed, so it's perfect. So I'll leave the link to both of those St. Patrick's Day packs in the description box, because I'm super happy with both of them, and we bought both of them. So we always change out the sight word games, but those are the ones we have right now and we've been currently using. Then I recently purchased the Let's Play School curriculum, and then the toddler curriculum. And my son is in that in-between age, so I decided to go with the younger one, just so it's a little bit easier for him. I thought the older one was going to be a little bit too hard. For Let's Play School, she has a toddler, a preschool, and then a early elementary. So I own all of them, but I'm doing the toddler one with my 3-year-old. And we are currently we just bought it, so we're doing the 10 Little Ducks, and we've been doing that this week, or this past week, and we're going to do it this week again. I'm going to do it for 2 weeks. And so we just have like one of the games, and I'll switch out the games every so often, but I like put a game in the morning basket for him to do, because my daughter always has games and he always wants something too. So that's his game. Then I did include this. Oh, and then also for my son, we go through this whole, this is the Bitty Beginning. Unfortunately, I have the blue version and the pink version, but I did not want to take the time to print these out and do the blue version. So this is just from when my daughter was younger. But we go through these and we'll say the letter and the sound, and then I'll switch them. Like we'll do uppercase one day, and then the next day I'll switch it to lowercase. And we say the letter and the sound, and it's just drill style. And then if he's in the mood, he'll trace them. If not, it's totally like up to him. And then I did show this in my last morning basket video, but we are doing still, we kind of rotate between the how to draw almost every day with our little notebooks, or we'll do Hub Kids on YouTube. My youngest, my 1-year-old, just dropped her morning nap, so we've really been struggling to get to those. And my daughter only likes doing this like when I can sit and do it with her, and it's hard with my 1-year-old. So we've been doing more of the Kids Hub on YouTube more than this, but they're both like super fun. Then we are on our last story for the Jesus Storybook Bible. And we've been reading that Jesus Storybook Bible for years now. So I said this year when we finish it, I really just want to pick something else. So I went ahead and ordered the theology book. I've heard so many people recommend it, and I'm so excited to read it. I feel like I'm going to learn from this. So I'm really excited. So I went ahead and took out our Jesus Storybook Bible that has been in there for years, and we are going to be using this theology book. Then I had this in the beginning of the school year. We used it for a few months. Then I took it out around the holidays, and I haven't put it back in since. So we are reading the Indescribable book, and I started towards the back since I couldn't remember where we left off, but I didn't want to read the same one, so I thought I started towards the back this time. But these are really fun. The kids really enjoyed these. And it's a good way to incorporate science every single day, like learning science and everything. I just pulled this out. We haven't started reading it, but we finished our other chapter book, so I thought it would be fun to pull this out. And it's the Billy B Mystery Codebreakers. This is from Usborne, and I had it back from when I used to sell Usborne, and I thought this would be really a fun book to read, and I'm hoping it might like encourage my daughter to want to go and pick out books on her own and maybe start like trying to read on her own, because right now she's only in kindergarten, but she never wants to like she'll sit and like read pictures, but she'll never attempt to like read the book on her own. She'll just like kind of make it up still. So I was thinking this might like get her excited about picking out her own books. Then I haven't put this book in this year, but I have in years past, and this is a really good character building book. And I'll just read you what the little flap says. It says, when do you say yes and when do you say no? Say yes to respect, say no to arguing, say yes to thanking God, say yes to telling the truth, say yes to sharing, say no to whining, say yes to clean up, say no to meanies, say yes to following the rules, say yes to manners. And it's just little stories with these characters, Sophie and Sam, and it's a good like character building book with short stories. And I love pulling this out around this time of year after the hustle and bustle of the holidays. I feel like March is when things really start to slow down, because Christmas you kind of get a dip, but there's like Valentine's Day, and then since my husband's family is Asian, we have Chinese New Year, we have a lot of birthdays, and just a lot of things. So I feel like March it kind of starts to settle down a little bit. So I really like to dive into character attributes and things like that. So I thought that would be fun to incorporate. Then the last thing for like our main morning basket is this Child's Garden Verses. Right now we have some St. Patrick's Day games, but as soon as St. Patrick's Day is over, I'm going to go ahead and add a bunch of spring things and leave that through May. and then I'll incorporate some Easter things as well. So I thought it was the perfect time to incorporate a child's garden of verses. We really like these. So that is our morning basket. I also wanted to show you the 2 books that I have for St. Patrick's Day, and then also a unit study that I am working on. So let me go ahead and show you that stuff. So I am currently putting some things together for a human body unit study. I saw a few moms on Instagram share it, and it totally inspired me. The Waldock Way, and I believe it's Chickadee and Rue on Instagram, had a thing going where they were sharing their ideas, and I loved it, and I was inspired by them. So I put together a unit study. I'm still looking for a couple of like younger resources. I have found a lot of things for older, but I wanted a few more things for younger. So I'm going to show you what I have so far, and then as I go along, maybe I'll share what I find on Instagram. So let me first show you our St. Patrick's Day books. I only have 2. I just don't have a big collection. A lot of my holiday books are back from when I used to be a teacher, and I just never had that many. So one is There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Clover. This is a fan favorite of my kids. They love all of her books, and they're always asking for them. So we've already read this about 4 times. And then the other one is The Story of St. Patrick. And fun fact about me, I actually used to work at the Family Christian store all through college. And I bought this knowing one day I would have kids and I would want to read them this story. And I just thought it was like a really unique story. I know they actually have one on St. Valentine as well. And we used to get like discount days. So I bought this book back in the day. And I read it for the first time to the kids, and it's an excellent book. And it's written by the Voice of the Martyrs, and they have a Valentine Day one too. Anyways, back to the human body study. First, I'm going to show you the books I have, and I'm really happy with the books I have. So let me go ahead and show you those. There's this one that's My Amazing Body, and this is really fun because it has a lot of lifts, like lift the flaps, and my kids love those things. So my daughter, this is like one of her favorite books ever. So then this is a really fun book for toddlers. This is All Better, and it's a good way to like introduce talking about bones and things like that. This is an Usborne book. And then this book is an Usborne book too, and this one is called The Human Body. This book is awesome. My parents gave this to my oldest for Christmas, and we love the Shine a Light books because you shine a light through the page and like a picture will appear, but they're like very factual books, so we love these. And then the other book I got, I cannot find. My daughter a lot of times takes the books to like look through after we're done with school, and I can't find what she did with it. But it is pretty much, and I'm drawing a blank on the name. I think it's called God Loves All of You. Or maybe God Loves All of Me. I'm gonna have to link it, but pretty much what the book is it talks about like appropriate touching and non-appropriate touching with kids, and kind of opening up the conversation for that and explaining to your kids what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. And I thought it would be a great time to introduce that since we are talking about the human body. It's a great book, and I cannot recommend it enough. It's really good, and I think this age is a great age to talk about that with your kids. And it was awesome. I really, really liked it for my kids. I thought it was excellent. And we'll definitely be reading it more and more as time goes on. So I will leave that book linked in the description since I don't have it to show you. Next, I'm going to show you some of the activities and games. Some of them we've started, but like I said, we just started this unit study, so a lot of the things I haven't opened yet because we haven't been using it. But one of the kids' favorites is this from Simply Learning Kids. It's a free resource on her page, and it's just different body organs. And then I have in this box kinetic sand. And what's really fun about kinetic sand, if I have like homeschool craft favorite, kinetic sand would be one of them because it like sticks together. So if this sand falls all over the floor, it's like super easy to pick up, because I don't know if you could tell, it's coming off on camera, but it's not like it like all stays together. So it's awesome. So the kids kind of can like dig around this and pull out the organs, and then they match it to the paper, and then we go over all the body parts. And we usually read when we do that activity either this book or we'll go over some of the pages in this book. So that's been really fun. And then this week we're going to be pulling out these two activities. We also had like a doctor set that we pulled out, and the kids played doctor and that type of thing. And then I found this. This is a recent find at the Target Dollar Spot. So definitely check your Dollar Spot. It's $3. It brings the brain, the heart, the liver, lungs, kidneys, stomach, and intestines. And then you put them where they belong. So I thought that would be an awesome hands-on activity for the kids. And then the last thing I found on clearance, I think I paid like less than $1 for it, is this mix and match puzzle. And it brings the different parts of the body. You might be able to find this on clearance still at your Target. I was super excited that I found it. And it brings facts about the human body, it brings the skeleton, and it shows like different parts of the body. So I thought that would be great for their age. So those are the things we are currently working on. I have not forgotten about doing a homeschool day in the life. I feel like every time I plan to do a day in the life, one of my kids wakes up sick that morning. So it just has not worked out for us. I was planning on filming it this week, and my youngest has been sick. So I have not forgotten. I still plan on doing that video. I don't expect the video to be perfect. I want to show you guys real life, but when one of the little ones are sick, that takes all of my attention, and it's such a struggle for us to get through our days. And videoing takes a lot of attention, so I want to make sure it's on a day where everyone is healthy and we're all like in our normal selves. So I definitely plan on doing that. Hopefully soon. Hopefully nobody else is sick and I can get that video to you guys soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!